Hi, in this video I'm going to do a quick video showing you how to install this system and how to use it, and I'm going to give you my opinion about it. So this is the xmartO Professional Edition, right? That's the full 1080 resolution. And here's the box that comes in. It comes with a convenient carrying handle, which makes it easier to bring to the job site or wherever you're going to be setting it up. And when you open it up, everything is neatly packed inside. Really organized and easy to use. So this is what's called the NVR. It's got some screws here for mounting the hard drive inside. It's real lightweight, not much to it. So here's the front of the screen. Here's the bottom. Here's your 4 holes where you're going to mount your hard drive if you decide to use a hard drive in order to record everything. And over here are your antenna, which you're going to screw on. It's in the box. Then over here is your VGA output if you want to connect to a monitor. Over here is your HDMI output if you want to connect to a newer monitor. And this is your Ethernet port for connecting to your router in order that you could view the cameras remotely. That's not necessary, but it's only necessary if you want to be able to view them remotely. If you want to just record to the hard drive without being able to remotely see it, you don't need to use the other Ethernet port. And over here are 2 USB ports. One you could connect a mouse to, that's included, and another one you could put a USB drive in there for backing up some stuff. And over here is power supply, 12 volts. Here are the boxes. In each box comes the cameras. This is really solid metal. It's got nice black body to it with a white cable coming out. You see there's 3 screw holes over here. 1, 2, 3. And then over here are 3 screws to be used for mounting it, and it has these green stuff if you're mounting into a place that needs those. And then over here's the antenna. You got to connect the antenna to the back. You just put it here and then you just spin it on, and that's it. Over here, this is Ethernet port. You don't need this. This is just for emergencies that you're doing a firmware update or something like that. If something happens, it gets messed up, then you need to plug it into the router to fix it, but you don't need that on a regular basis. All you need is the power supply. You just plug it in and it's all set up, ready to go. You just take you plug it into the included power supply, you plug it into the outlet, you connect your DVR to you plug that in. Then these are already paired. It's auto paired. It just, you could already see it. You create a username and password, and then be able to view it on your phone also. I'm going to go set it up and go on to the next step. So if you decide to install the hard drive, you just got to remove the 2 screws in the top corners, slide off the top, and right here is my Western Digital purple hard drive, surveillance hard drive. You just put it here, you hold it with one hand, and then you put in those 4 screws that came in that bag in order to mount the hard drive in place. Once that's done, you just take these 2 cords and plug it in right here by those 2 ports, and then put the cover back on and screw it shut, and you're ready to go. So as I said, the xmartO system is really easy to set up, because with the auto pair technology, all I had to do was plug my camera into the existing outlet. I don't know if it's hard to see right exactly. So there's an outlet right there, and then I just have the camera plugged in right over there. So that's camera number 1. I also have from my other 720p xmartO system, I have another camera over there. That's, this way it's watching each side of the doorway. After I show you where I have these cameras, I'm going to go around and show you the actual footage from these cameras. So those are two cameras. So I also have over here, hidden in this tree, you can see the infrared lights. You can't really see the camera, it's at night. This is another camera I have. It watches my cars. Over here, you can see the infrared light from that camera. So once again, you just plug it into an outlet, and it automatically appears to the DVR. You really, no port forwarding or any of those complicated stuff you got to do with regular cameras. You just go straight to the DVR and starts recording, as long as you have that hard drive installed. If you want to access it remotely, you just got to connect the DVR to the router like I showed before. So obviously there's no wire that connects this far. It only comes with a cable that's maybe about 10 feet long. So I use some connectors I bought on Amazon, and I bought some 18 gauge cable. It's called 18-2 wire because it's 18 gauge and 2 wires in that cable. And I just use that to make connections and run them to wherever I need it, whenever I need a longer distance. So that's one of my new 1080p cameras. And then over here, watching my basement patio area. It's hard to see because of that glare, so let me see if I can move around to the side. It's hard to see. Okay, over here is another camera. This is from the 720p system, also by xmartO. And once again, same system, just low resolution. I just plug that in and it connects to the router. And I have to move on over here onto my deck. I'm going to see a couple more cameras. So right over here there's another camera. It's plugged into a surge protector up there. There's where for it to focus so you can see better. Okay, right there's the camera. It's a 1080p camera plugged into a surge protector which goes into an outlet. And then if we circle around over here, you can see the bottom of it. There's another camera that's also focusing on my cars over here. So I got, two cameras, one from each angle, and that wire just comes along, my deck and goes into that surge protector and plugs in, real high up so no one can reach it. And these are the cameras I have installed right now. So that's one on the deck here, another one watching the cars, then a second one watching the car from the other angle, one by the basement, two by the front door. Now I'm going to go on inside to show you the DVR, and we'll look at some footage. In case you want for reference, this is a basic 18-2 wire. You can get a wire, it's called landscape wire if you want to be able to bury it. You could go to a regular Home Depot or Lowe's to find a cable like that. Then these are the connections I used. They're really simple to use. They got 2 screws over here and then 2 ports over there for you to slide the wires in. And these are designed for 12 volts. So you just, I bought a 10-pack, so you just connect one of these to each wire, to each end of the wire, and you plug these into your adapter that xmartO provided if you need more than the 10 feet that they gave you. These are, then you just wrap it around with electrical tape, to help waterproof it. But keep it in a dry location. Let's go on over to the DVR. So over here I'm going to show you my DVR, just right up here. It's plugged into my monitor. So right now I only have 2 cameras connected. These are from my 720p system. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I'm going to show you soon on the app how the systems work well together. So you can double click it to see full screen. So there's live footage right now of that car in the backyard. If you saw before, it was pitch dark. You really couldn't see anything with my regular camera. But due to the night vision we have on these cameras, it makes it much easier to see what's going on. So there's my front porch with that night vision, and makes it really clear to see what's going on. This is the opposite angle one, not the one right next to the door. This is basically watching any packages that are left by UPS, and the other camera will catch any intruder walking away. And now I'm going to switch from the 720p DVR to the 1080. So over here we got our 4 cameras. So we're gonna look at these in large. I gotta move my mouse. Okay, so it's just connected by a standard VGA cable, so it's not as high resolution if you would use like a HDMI cable. So right here is the deck one. This is at night, but it has that floodlight on there. So as you can see, it's really clear. Then this is the camera hidden in the tree. It's watching the cars over there. Well, I'm going to go into settings in a minute to show you how to do some stuff. Then over here is the camera on the deck that's facing the cars. And then over here is the front door camera. So this is at night. So I actually have the front porch light on right now, so that's why it's lit up and it's messing up the colors. But what I wanted to point out is on the bottom here, you can see how it says front door. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Pay attention. At first when I named it, I realized it didn't work, so I was wondering why. And then I realized because you can't have any space, so you can't have front door, and make sure put like an underscore or something between the two. So over here I'm gonna show you how to rename it, or let's just go to system settings. So over here it asks you for the username and login, so you have to make sure to put that in correctly. And okay, let's put in. Sorry, I didn't want you to watch that password. So over here you can see device manage. You can see it's got the multiple cameras listed there. You could go to channel settings, and over here it shows you the resolution. Let me just try to make sure it focuses properly. Let me turn off the light in the room. Okay, I hope that looks clear. I can't tell from here. So over here you can see the channels, the resolution, the bitrate, quality, etc. So all this is not adjustable, unfortunately. I'm not sure why they do that. So it's got the mainstream and substream. Then over here's the channel OST. So this is what I was talking about. So over here you can see the different channels with the name. So we're going to go over to channel 2. So if you see it says cam 2. Not sure if you can read it, but either way, you double click it, you click it, and then you backspace the name, and then you could type a new name. So let's say I'm gonna call it tree driveway. Whoops, I forgot the underscore. So I do tree. Alright, so once again, just a reminder, if you put that if you put it in without the underscore, with the space, then it's not going to save properly and it's not going to work. So after you put in the name, hit apply, it'll say save in configuration, and then you're good to go. So over here you can do video detection. This gives you options of setting alarms, buzzes, email notification, or app notification. If you notice, I got app notification checked off over here. The cool thing about the app that I'm going to show you soon is you can turn on and off the notification. So if for some reason it's if it's notifying you too much or you're too busy, whatever, you can turn it off from the app, the actual notifications. So that's cool. Over here's the bitrate. This is nothing to edit, just showing you what's going on. Then here's the IP camera. It gives you the option of wall, table, hanging table, etc. That's just the orientation of the camera. Now we're gonna do apply, and okay, now we're gonna go general settings. These are basic settings you could change. Here's record settings. So over here is where you can change the channel. You can pick which one, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can change the day of the week. You can do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or you could choose every day. And then you could choose how you want it to record. So I have a set right now that I always have it recording every day on motion, but you could change it to always record or based on a sensor, however you like it. Over here is network settings. I'm not going to show that just because it's got some personal information there. Here's a DDNS if you need that to help maintain connection if your router keeps changing IP addresses. Here's FTP if you want to upload pictures to a server. If you're not sure what that is, Google it. But that's good for security systems if you want offsite storage. There's PPPoE, that's if you do dial-up, don't need that. Here's 3G if you got a separate module for 3G. Here's for email notifications. I don't have it filled out yet because I didn't want my personal info showed there. But this will give you email alerts with pictures of your motion detections. And then over here's your Wi-Fi settings. I'm gonna not show that part again. Here's system admin. So over here you could see the NVR info, and over here you get the hard drive info. So I got the Western Digital Purple drive in there. It shows it's got a total capacity of 2 terabyte and it's only using 96 gigabyte. It was formatted correctly before using, and so it's got a free capacity of 1,767 gigabyte, basically 95% free. So it's going to last you a while because I have it set at motion recording. If it's set at constant recording, it's going to use way less. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to show you. So right there shows tree driveway. That was the name I put in. And then over here is users. You could add multiple users with different levels of control. Over here is for system upgrade. I upgrade to latest firmware. Make sure you do that. You could find it on xmartO's website. You could put on a flash drive, and then over here you do offline upgrade. Click USB storage, system start. Done. Pretty easy to use. What is cool is after that upgrade, it gives you the option of doing online upgrades that it can actually check xmartO's website for latest firmware updates. Over here is system maintenance. I'm not sure, I don't use that. Here's factory settings if you want to change anything here. And here's IPC maintenance. Here's if you want to upgrade your camera that are connected. So over here it shows you the software version. So if you actually see over here, this one is on 1.70 578.0.019. these are in 1.615 etc. beta 4. Right? The reason why is because they all came with this is what it came with, and I upgraded one. So I'm going to show you right now how to upgrade the others. So I selected all of them, then see it says firmware from network, and then I just hit start. It gives me a warning saying it's going to be upgraded. Are you sure you want to continue? And then I just click yes. It checks for the firmware. It says downloading the firmware. And then it's going to go about doing that. It's going to take a couple minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to show you the app. So here's my tablet. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the xmartO app. So the xmartO app is actually not designed for tablets for some reason. You won't be able to download it from the Play Store. It's a little annoying, but you can download it directly from their website and install it, and it'll work fine. That's just a setting. They have to change it on in the App Store. But over here, showing you the 720p cameras. First, there's that same picture which you got before. And then you can just swipe it to the right, and you can see the next view. That's my front porch, and then the other two cameras I didn't connect right now. So over here you can see that I successfully upgraded the firmware on all the cameras. It's really easy because you can do it straight from the DVR. No need to use that USB flash drive once that's done. If you go over here, click on video playback. You could choose past 5 minutes, past 10 minutes, past 30 minutes, or you could search. So I'm going to go to search. And over here it gives you options of selecting the channel. You could do all, or you could select the individual one. So that's how I'm going to go to channel 1. I'm going to take away everything except for the motion, and I'm going to put in today. I'm going to search. Okay, and then it shows me the times when there is motion. So I'm going to go back over here and click playback. Now you can see the video shows me right when I got home from work, and my kids are out there playing on the deck. Imagine that was a criminal. You got him red-handed, busted. Now let's go to another random time. So you can see it's got my daughter playing in the back over there. And it's got me in the bottom corner there. I'm gonna go out over here. Now I'm gonna pick a different channel. Let's go to channel 3. Gonna search for all the motion. And now let's pick a random time. Okay, you can see the car door open. My kid was in the car at the time, and I was on the deck watching. Let's pick another random time. is when I wasn't home, but my wife was home, and I guess my kids were outside playing in the yard. Now pick another camera. Let's go to 4. Let's search for the motion. Now I gotta pick a random time. And who do we got there? Looks like one of the neighbor's kids decided to use our stairs instead of their own. It's all good. Now I'm gonna go to a later time. Let's pick one of these here. Okay, you see people on the edge of the screen who are cutting across my yard again. More kids playing around. Okay, here's another neighbor kid strolling through our yard. Did I miss that? Oh, there it is. So as you can see, using the DVR, it's really easy to grab any time. You know, it takes a couple seconds, but you could pull up any time, any day. You could go back. You know, you could pick a week ago. Then you could, you know, click all. You can do search. You can find, you know, whatever's there. You can just play it back. Yeah, this is when I only had one camera set up. Right here. Oh, got a biker. Yeah, you can pick another time. There's just cars driving by. You can adjust the sensitivity to cut these things out. But either way, so you can see how to use the DVR. It's great for a home security system or even a business, because as you can see, it's really easy to see all the cameras at once, and you can quickly pull up information. So for me, I'm I'm out a lot, so I use my tablet or my phone to watch these videos. So you can see it pulls up these videos really quickly, and it's really good resolution. Then you just swipe to the right to switch screens. You can see there's my cards over there. There's for my tree camera. Then there's for my deck camera, watching the cars from the other angle. And there's a front porch, one of the front door camera. So the cool part over here, you can see the 720p camera. See, it's got these two cameras here that I've set up. I'm gonna do the other two soon. I'm just still deciding where I want to install them. Oops. But the cool part is, if you notice on the top, see, it's got device and group. So if you click on group, so you could group together whichever cameras you want, and you could create multiple groups. So I create one group which has all the cameras in it, and then when I open it, so you could click on the bottom, if you can see it here. You could create different views, like this one, or like this, depending on how many cameras you have. So like this one will allow me to see, 8 cameras simultaneously to see everything that's going on. Right, you have the 2 cameras that I didn't set up yet, but but this would be 8 cameras, so I could have this sitting in one spot and watching everything, or I could rotate it and get a larger full screen view over there. And then once I'm here, I could click on any of the 8 and scroll through them, just like before, as if it's all one big DVR instead of actually being 2 separate systems like I showed you it was before. So that's nice if you have multiple systems and you want to connect the 2. There's no need to buy a new 8-channel system. You could just use 2 separate 4-channel ones if you so desire. So then we go over to the playback tab. So the playback, it brings back the footage of what you saw previously. Let me go back to make sure I'm on. So I only have a hard drive plugged into one of my systems. I don't want to mix up which one's which. So then we go to my front door, for example. Let's click on playback, and you can see the last playback of me finishing setting up this camera. And then you could scroll through to different times of the day. And you just gotta give it a couple seconds, and then it pulls it up, and you can see someone walking down the steps over there, like I showed you before. And here's a couple more neighbors. I came over to play with my daughter. So as you can see, it's relatively easy to pull up footage with the DVR. I showed you night footage. I showed you day footage. You could select one of these buttons, capture, record, or switch the channel. So if you're watching something and see something going on, you could just capture it. If you notice these pictures are jumpy, that's because it's set on motion recording. If you have it on steady recording, then you could you make sure you don't miss anything. My 720 system, I don't have any hard drive set up there right now, but I'm gonna do it soon. So over here on the bottom it says me. You could, over here is alarm settings. So over here we could turn on and off the notifications. When you tap it, let's say loading, it turns it on, or you can tap it again, turn it off. And then if you're here, you click notifications, so you can see the previous notifications that I got in the app. So it shows you, which DVR it was, and the type of alarm, its motion detection, and the time, information, etc. So this all would show up as a notification in the app. It'll pop up, and then you could click it, and you could, you view the footage. So that's basically it. You got a couple settings over here you could change around. The video quality, mobile data if you want to limit it, etc. But really, this system, I've been very impressed. I've had multiple cameras. I reviewed about probably 10 different cameras before this system was offered to me, in exchange for a honest and unbiased review. This software is lacking a little in ease of use, but in control, really. In regards to ease of use, it is really easy to use, because all you gotta do is plug it in, and the whole system is set up. There's no like port forwarding, etc. like you gotta do with regular cameras. There are certain quirks, like if you see the over here the clock, so it changes like the coloring in order to, I guess, try to contrast properly. I would prefer that you could have the option of just picking the color and have it stay, so it doesn't do like weird things. The date, it shows up here in 12-hour format, but in the app and everything, it's not necessarily showing up in the 12-hour format like I wanted it to. You know, sometimes it just shows up as 24 even when selected. But besides that, it's really simple to use. They are working on the motion detection, push notifications to try to improve that and make it work better. I really have trust in the system because I see that something that they're working on. There's active development. There's been firmware upgrades since I bought it, and I'm really impressed. I got 8 cameras. If you have any questions, I got the 720p system and the 1080. So, you know, I've have experience with this. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer. Have a great day.